Dudes and chicks and neither of those don't apply to you. Welcome to my first time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be popping, no I'm not. I am going to be doing a look with the new Life and Death palette by Notoriously Morbid. I did get this sent in PR and I'm fucking late as fuck. And I'll tell you why. I filmed this look the other night and had a lash fiasco that pretty much ended the game for me. So I refilmed it, revised it, fucking, now it's like this look 2.0. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I did it, or hearing my final thoughts on this palette, which actually there's quite a bit. For those of you who are my like ardent Notoriously Morbid purchasers, watch this video. And, or if you just like to watch, then hang out. I'm all primed in my P. Louise primer in Rumour 02, and I'm just kind of giving it a moment to set. Let's just get started. I'm going to use my Voldemort M506, and I'm going to go into this darkest color. I'm going to talk a lot about this palette because I've already had a lot of experience with it. I swatched it and did a video of the swatches, and also I've already done this look, and so I just kind of want to talk about the fact that I had a lash major. I filmed the look and I went to go put my lashes on and I was already in a hurry, so you guys know I can't actually be rushed when I do these looks. Like, I have to have however much time I need, because it just like fucks with my creative flow, I think, honestly. So I've already done this look one time and I couldn't find my lash tool and I had to leave. Like, I didn't have any choice. And so I basically put my lashes on with my fingers and they looked like shit. They, like, the fronts went down and the backs went up, and so I actually looked like, oh, it's super fucked. Anyways, a little bit crazy and also super fucked up. So I ended up like not filming the end of it. It turned into a big fiasco where my eyes were covered with glue and like still no lashes. So I've already done this look and I kind of already know like the things that I would have done differently. So I'm gonna do them. I've already played with this. Now I'm gonna tell you, this shadow right here is one of those bitch wad chunky shadows that, like, I don't know how it performs on the eyes because I haven't used it on the eyes, and I'm not going to use it on the eyes today because that's not the shadow that I want to use. It was so hard pressed when I got it. Like, the shadow's in good condition, but it was so hard pressed that I had a hard time picking it up. And so I was trying to do swatches and I stuck my finger in it and broke it, which is cool because I just like did my video of how I how I repress shadows. And I also think it's going to be a really good trick for us, like people with like a little bit of texture on our lids, to be able to get like the most payoff out of those chunky shadows and these chunkier formulas that all these badass brands have, these chunky formulas, and they really don't work for us. So like, instead of us not being able to like use them, then like maybe we can find a trick. And so I'm not actually gonna learn if that trick worked, but I did repress the shadow because I broke it trying to swatch it. Also, the color is super fucking pretty. It's like super sparkly and super shifty. It's like a blue to a pink shift, and it's fucking sparkly as shit. So fuck that not being able to use it shit. God, it's so crazy. Like, the other night when I filmed this video, like, I felt like I was having problems with it, and I honestly think it was just because I was rushed. I had a limited amount of time and I feel like I just wasn't feeling it because I was rushed. And so that's like not a thing that I can do. And it's not because I'm rushed to do the look. I can do my makeup in a rush. It's like the filming and the intro and the outro and like all that shit is like, that stuff takes a while and it makes me feel pressured. So like, I can't film. You know how you have all these like, I mean, I could film a simple look. I don't even know if I can. Can I do a simple look? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do a simple look. That's just, I don't know if that's like a thing for me. Basically, when I film, it has to be like when that's all I'm doing is filming. I can't be like rushing to give people rides or like, you know, it's just got to be the thing that I'm doing. Like I'm filming, period. So anyway, yeah, like I even felt like I was having a hard time like with this part, like right out the gate. And I feel like the reason why is because I started the look before my primer was dry. It's just like all these little things add up to big things when you're doing your makeup. And so like you have, like if your primer's like still wet and sticky, like that might work for like some shadows. But like if you're having a hard time getting your shadow to blend, or if it's looking patchy and you're not being able to get that good blend, it might be because when you started, your primer wasn't dry. So your primer should be tacky, but it shouldn't be fucking wet. You know what I mean? Because if it's wet, then it's gonna leave like wet marks and they're gonna stick in a way that's inconsistent with the way the rest of it is sticking in the places where it's dry. So if some of you are having difficulty with certain shadows, like is your primer dry? Or are you like rushing it? You know what I mean? Because that's what I did the other night and I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not 1,000% positive that that's what I did, but I'm a solid 98% positive that I did that. Because now it's just blending like goals, dude. So it's crazy. That's fucking perfection, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I left my primer wet. So there was a lot of things that I did wrong. And it was because I had a limited amount of time. And so like, I just need to like realize that like, I'm either filming or I'm doing other things. And I've got to figure out how to make that work. And I've got to be okay with it. Because I'm not really doing videos about how to do your makeup for work. I'm like doing videos about like using indie makeup and like how to push it to the limits and like how to create like art on your face. You know what I mean? So, you know, whatever, it's cool. Okay, so the other thing I did, and I'm going to go into that. I'll just give me 1 second here though. I'm going to use my Zoeva 220. I don't know what this is. I can't fucking see anymore. And I'm going to go into this pink. And I'm going to go all the way to the inner corner with it because the other night I did something else in the inner corner and I'm still going to do that, but I just want to have a little bit of a transition right here. And I'll tell you why as soon as I start doing what I'm going to do. I'm still going to do the exact same thing. I just think it's going to look a little bit nicer. Maybe it's not. I mean, it looked pretty fucking badass, but I just want to try it. I saw a thumbnail for a video because I watch all my own videos and I do it from another, like I have another like channel, a YouTube channel. It's not a channel, it's just like where I watch videos from and it's like actually under my real name. And in case I like something that makes everybody mad. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why. Oh. But you know what? I will say, oh God, I just like completely distracted myself, but I am going to say it. Like, dude, I've been watching a lot of TikToks lately and like I watch TikTok from my Makeup for Lost Time TikTok, you know? And like there's been a lot of political shit on TikTok, you know what I mean? And so you guys know my gate swings both ways when it comes to like politics. Like I just like what like makes sense to me. And so like there's been some things on TikTok that I have thought like, oh, huh, that's interesting. I wonder how that's going to turn out. You know what I mean? And like, and like thought like how easily we could unconsciously just like something. It's literally like second nature to us. We just hit the like button. It's like so stupid. You know what I mean? And like, you never know how it's going to be perceived or like what you're even liking or like, you know what I mean? Like you could like something that seems like not even that big of a deal and not really know much about it because there's so much stuff on TikTok, you know what I mean? And like there's so much like nuances in the climate right now that it's like you could be liking something and it could actually mean that you're like a racist homophobe who is an anti-vaxxer, you know what I mean? Just by liking a post that says like, oh, look at this guy kissing all these babies, or you know what I mean? Like, you don't even know. Like, I'm not saying it's that fucking obscure, but like, I'm just saying, like, if you don't really know a lot about like movements or whatever, I'm just saying your dumbass could fucking like some stupid shit and then you could be totally fucked. And I have been like, you know, mindlessly scrolling TikTok because I was really pretty much balls deep in the fight to save TikTok. I was like in it. I've been watching a lot of TikTok because I've been like watching to see how that unfolds. I'll actually tell you guys, like, you know, I watched 1 million people on TikTok put all their differences in their back pockets so that they can focus on one primary purpose, to save TikTok. And honestly, it was the most inspirational thing that I've seen in a really long time. And I actually felt like inspired. And honestly, for a brief period, I felt like I wanted to be a part of it. For one thing, I wanted to be a part of it. I signed a petition. 1 million people signed the petition to save TikTok. And it was like everybody did it. Country singers, metalheads, LGBTQIA, the fucking whitest ass fucking podunk country bumpkin motherfuckers. Like, it was like, it was super inspirational. And honestly, I thought, you know what? If this works, if 1 million people sign a petition to save TikTok and it works, I'll vote. I don't know that it's going to. I see now that there's like some like other, you know, it's weird. It's just all weirdness. But I thought to myself, dude, that's a country that I want to be a part of. You know what I mean? Like, people like coming together to fight for each other. You know what I mean? Like, not the what it is. So anyway. Okay, what was I saying? Your dumbass could like some stupid shit. Oh, I watch my videos from my Katie Sorenson name. And I get some things in my feed that I don't normally get in my feed, because I don't really, you know, I've been thinking a lot lately. I don't really follow very many beauty YouTubers. And so like my feed is it's always filled with, for one, beauty YouTubers that I don't really want to watch. But also it's not really filled with like beauty YouTube either. It's like filled with YouTubers that are like kind of popular and I don't really want to watch their videos. But it's not really filled with like, you know, I don't feel like I'm getting that informed the way that I want to be with my YouTube channel. So anyways, I'm on my other YouTube channel because I always watch my own videos from my other channel because I might as well get the view, right? And also because, like, you know, what my videos look like in my ears and in my eyes while I'm editing is not what they look like when I watch them as like just a person like watching my videos. And so I go watch my videos to make sure, well, usually it's not to make sure anything. Usually it's just to shame myself out and cringe at how many times I said the F word. I don't know why it's always shocking to me how many times I say the F word. I say it more when I'm like pretty like heated up about something, but it's crazy to me how often I say the F word. So I see this video of this YouTuber that I've never heard of or seen or anything. And the name of the video says, which kind of hits a sore spot for me right now because of just what I just told you, TikTok is ruining the beauty community. That's what the title of the video is. And I didn't watch the video because actually that just makes me so irritated that that's what the title was. If that is actually like the view that's in the video and it wasn't like clickbait, then I don't fucking want to watch that video. You know what I mean? That's whatever. It is what it is. Fucking crybaby. Anyways, just kidding. If you're watching my channel, I don't think you're a crybaby. I didn't watch your video. But I will say this, that like, I don't believe that TikTok is ruining the beauty community. I think the beauty community is ruining the beauty community. And so I was thinking about how like I've heard a lot of videos like recently, like in the past, I don't know, 2 months, I've heard, you know, a handful, like 4 videos or something about people like kind of talking about how they kind of were thinking about leaving YouTube for various different reasons, and how, you know, one of the things that I feel like I've heard is that people are thinking about quitting doing YouTube because they just don't get the views that they used to. And so I'm assuming that that has something to do with the content of a video that says TikTok is ruining the beauty community. Now, I don't know if that means because people on TikTok are so mean, which, I mean, I think all people online are mean, but like, I don't think that TikTok is the worst. Like, my daughter one day just looked at me, I don't know if I've said this on here, but she said, oh my God, Instagram is like terrible. Like, my daughter said that. She's like, I can't believe, you know, she's like, dude, Instagram is the worst. Nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to be on Instagram because it's so filled with hate. And I watched this video on Red Note. This chick did a video because a lot of people went to Red Note, which is a Chinese app owned by the Chinese Communist Party. Hundreds of thousands of people, when they thought that TikTok was going to get banned, they went to Red Note. And which I thought was a lot cooler than I should probably admit, but super rebellious. It was sheer rebellion, right? It was like revolutionary shit. This one chick, a lot of the Chinese were asking people on Red Note, like, why don't the Americans just go to Instagram? And this one chick did this video that said, the reason why we don't go to Instagram is because Instagram is owned by Meta, and Meta will do anything to keep their viewers scrolling, or their to keep their engagement up. And one of the ways that they do that is by pushing hatred out into the algorithm. And God, that really checked out to me, you know what I mean? Based on everything that we've talked about a lot in the last couple weeks. She said, it's basically like, actually, what did she say? She said, it's like rage causing. It causes rage. The content that Meta pushes out, it causes rage within you, and it like causes a physiological response that keeps you engaged in Instagram. And I was like, I don't know if that's true, but it fucking felt true in my soul. You know what I mean? And so one of the things that I think, people think that like TikTok is ruining the beauty community, but I think that what's actually true is people are bored of watching the same kinds of content, and people want to like get on their videos and be like, well, I don't know if I want to keep doing YouTube because people just aren't watching my videos. And what I want to say is, then you need to fucking change. If you want, so like, we're all selling, right? If you're selling a product, and we'll just say like YouTubers are selling their videos, right? So like basically like we want, our videos are on the market, and like we're like trading our time for views, right? That is our product, and views is the currency, right? And so if you are selling your YouTube channel and it's not selling, it's because you're not selling what people are buying, right? And so it isn't about the algorithm, and it isn't, well, I guess it is about the algorithm, but really the algorithm on a lot of platforms is really just what people want to watch. And so if you're creating videos that people aren't watching, it's not because of fucking TikTok. It's because you need to change. You need to innovate. You need to come up with a new idea that people actually do want to watch. And so everybody would rather sit around and fucking blame some bullshit. Really, you just need to figure out what kind of content people want to watch, and you need to fucking create it. Or just create whatever content you want and quit fucking whining around about the fact that you're only getting views from the people that you're getting views from. You know, there's been a lot of years on my channel where I've been perfectly happy to get like, you know, the views that I get from the people that I get them from. And quite frankly, I'm still like that because I know my people are gonna find their way to me. Are you seeing this? I'm just like yammering on. Anyway, but like at a certain point, it's like when you, like, I care about people wanting to watch my videos. And so I, at least to some extent, want to make sure that I'm creating videos that people want to watch. You know what I mean? And like paying attention to the videos that I post that people love. And then also paying attention to the fact that sometimes I just need to create content for myself and not give a fuck what everybody wants to watch. You know, it's not always about what people want to consume. But what I'm never gonna do is get on here and be like, oh, cause I created a fucking complexion video and I knew it wasn't gonna get high views, but I did it for a reason, you know what I mean? I did it for a reason. And so like, if it gets low views and then you just know. But if you're consistently, your content isn't being viewed, it's not because of other people. It's because you need to innovate and pivot, right? The times are changing, everything changes, the market changes, and if your videos aren't fucking interesting to people anymore, then they're not gonna fucking watch them. And one of the things that I've always known on this channel is that, you know, doing makeup reviews is only gonna be interesting to people for so long. I've always known that. It's only going to be interesting to me for so long. I can't just continue to create fucking videos about fucking, you know, if it's just about fucking makeup reviews, if it wasn't for the commentary in my videos, this wouldn't sustain me just fucking talking about fucking makeup and never talking about anything that has like, you know, a different kind of value. Now, I'm not saying that just talking about makeup isn't valuable, because I think that it is, you know what I mean? But for me, it's important that I do my makeup good. That's like one thing, you know what I mean? It's okay, like I don't mind watching a video every once in a while of somebody doing like something, a meaningful quickie with their look, because they're putting out content. But like honestly, if you are pumping out content and you're being like consistent and you're like pumping out content every day, but you're like doing these simple fucking like 15-20 minute looks every single day, and you're not like really putting any of these palettes to the test, you're not really doing any looks that are like, you know, making my heart race or anything, your content isn't going to stay interesting to me. And so I don't know how other people feel about that. That's none of my business. But as a consumer of content, I'm not going to just continue to watch your content if your looks always look the fucking same, or, you know, you're never doing anything interesting, if you're not talking about something interesting, if you're never fucking bringing up controversy, if you're never fucking talking about something deep, then I don't believe that that's sustainable. I don't believe that a channel can, you know, like you have to have like a certain something. Now, I do know that consistency alone will make a channel grow. Because I fucking watched this one particular channel and she's just consistent and she's like interesting and she's been around for a really long time. I actually watched a video with her in it last night and she said, you know, she's been doing makeup YouTube for 10 years. And I thought, oh, you know, that's really good to know, because like we put these timelines on ourselves. I've been doing this for about 5 years. So here in another 5 years, like at that point, you know, and not that I'm comparing, I'm just saying like if there was a timeline, I still have plenty of time. That looks really good, except it looks a little. Just doing this lightly to kind of give that a little tappy poo. Okay, that looks beautiful. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. On the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this dark red. Now, this dark red has a black base, and so I didn't realize it when I used it the other night to do this video. And the only reason why I didn't do this video last night, again, is because I was fucking tired and a bitch needed a fucking rest night. So, anyway, it has like a black base and I kind of went crazy with it, how I always do. And then I had this like black rim. Now, it looked cool, but I just want to try something different and see if, you know, having a little bit of a blender shade right here doesn't make me a little bit happier. See, you can see that black base when you turn to the side, you can see it big as shit, you know. And just go like ginger on it. But I mean, honestly, like I highly fucking doubt that most people are gonna go in with this black fucking red the way I did the other night. And it still looked good. I mean, I pulled it out, but it was like, I just felt like it could look better with a little bit of a blender shade out there. And honestly, it fucking does. That looks amazing. And also, if I be a little more gentle, that looks amazing. I'm in love with it. Because you guys know how I like to take these fucking shimmer shades and put them in the inner corner like this. I just feel like Notoriously Morbid has that shimmer formula. You know what I mean? They're that bitch. Like, what am I about to do? Oh, I'm about to fuck shit up. Dude, that looks sweet. And I want to pull this. See, I mean, this can get out of hand really quickly because it's got that black base. So like essentially like consider it like it's a black. Because you guys know. But I also have been really liking taking a darker color down this line right here so that when I pull my shimmer shadows out like fairy style, there's like a little bit of a shadow underneath. I just think that looks really awesome. I'm just gonna get this a little bit redder. Pretty. Fucking A, dude. That looks so good. And then I'm just gonna go right here with this pink. And now I'm gonna go back in with that dark deepening shade. This looks fucking killer. That makes me excited. Nice. Damn, that's fucking killer. As I said, I did this once before, so it's perfect because it's my second try. It didn't look bad the first time though, just like being real. It looked great. It looked great. In fact, I went out, I put my glasses on because I had fucking lash glue all over my fucking eyes. So I put my glasses on and everybody, even like these old timers that are like, cause I went to my restaurant to meet my friend. And these old timers that I like wait on every Saturday, one of them was there and she was like, I think you look pretty. Like, so it didn't look bad. Like, and it looked like this, like basically it looked like this, but it was like, it looked good. It just wasn't like, I just saw some ways that I could improve it. And since I had to do it again, I thought I might as well do it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my, oh, what a treat my base brush is. I think I'm just gonna use my regular NYX Glitter Primer because I feel like NYX Glitter Primer is only a problematic if you're using chunky shadows, and these ones aren't, so. And now I'm gonna go in with my best brush, and I'm gonna go into this color right here. It's like a gray. It's not silver, it's a gray, and it has just a, I think it's safe to say it has a hint of lavender in it. Now, it's not a bright color, so if you put this one on second, it won't, you have to get it while the primer is still like super wet. I mean, just for this look though, it's not like, I just want there to be a contrast, and when I did it the other night, I did it on the first eye and there wasn't that much contrast. And then when I did the second eye, the way that I always do the second eye, it like looked perfect. And so I was like, fuck, I wish I would have done that the first time. Now I'm going into this color right here. My eye always looks better when I do the top shadow first. I don't know why I never do it on the first eye, but I don't. And then on the second eye, I always do the top shadow first and it always looks fucking perfect. I feel like lately, I might be losing my touch because I feel like my looks lately have been like much better the second time around. All right, now I'm just going into that darker color to kind of blend this out. And get that darkest color over the top of there. Damn, that looks cool. Okay, so here was the other thing I did. I'm just gonna go in and try to get that. I just want to get this to be more, man, more. We need more cowbell. Now I am going to, so I like took this out, chopped it up, You guys are gonna love the video, it's super funny. Chopped it up, and then I basically I'm gonna take that color and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use this Blend Bunny brush, and I'm gonna dip into it, and I'm gonna see if repressing it helped it at all. I don't know, this formula is kind of fucky. It might need a finger. Everything's better with a finger, let's try it. All right, the thing about that is you can't do the brow bone highlight like that. And so I just need to use a brush for a brow bone highlight, fucking period. So I did get some of it on there. I'm gonna spray it. Why in the fuck is everybody doing these chunky ass formulas? I mean, maybe they've always been doing them and just I'm never like prone to like gravitate toward those shadows. Is that true? I feel like I've never really like steered clear of them. It's not like I've been avoiding them. So like I can't see how I've just like luckily avoided all the chunky shadows. You know what I mean? Anyways. So this is the look. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and I'll be back when I'm done. Now this is a fucking look. I am so happy with this. It's perfection. It is literal perfection. Like I can't even go into all that. I don't even remember what it is I say right here because like this looks so good. Okay. Now that I'm done gushing over my manifesto, my pièce de résistance, I use those Salon Perfect eye wigs in the smoky ones, my Vamp lip liner by Unearthly, my Lime Crime in Beat It, the Velveteen Matte that you actually can't get anymore. And now that I just reached for it, was like, fuck, I should have got more of those. Maybe there's still some. I used my incandescent blush in Pendulum, and I really went all in on that shit. I just really went to town with it. My Unearthly liquid highlighter in Bazaar. I'm not exactly sure. Did this come with the Night Terror collection that's sold out now and it was actually on sale for $24 fucking dollars? Yeah, I know. We all missed it. And then my ColourPop cream gel liner in Charmer. Oh, that's odd. Anyways, this is literal perfection. And also, everything performed well. There is a fucking chunky shadow. It does that chunky shadow shit. Like it does it. So it's super creamy, and so in the pan it's pretty hard pressed. If you guys are, when you get this in the mail, it's going to be pretty hard pressed. And honestly, I just like unpanned it because I broke it. Like I broke it digging my finger into it because it was so hard pressed. But once I re-pressed it, it's like performs really well. It's not going to pick up on a brush. What the fuck? Oh my God, look at my inner corner though. Fuck. Okay, so somebody asked me, is this palette like the Nomad Chamonix? Chamonix is what I heard somebody say, and that sounds actually accurate. Probably would have helped if I would have read the postcard. And if I'm being honest, this palette reminds me nothing of the Chamonix palette, but it's probably a little bit similar. You could do this a look like this one with this, but it wouldn't look dark like this. I guarantee it wouldn't look like this. The difference is, I feel like with Notoriously Morbid, there's like a dark intonation to the mattes in Notoriously Morbid that just make them a little bit, it just makes them a little more eerie, I think. And I feel like there's a tone in Notoriously Morbid shadows that are just a little bit bloodier, deathier. What's the word? Morbid. The word I'm looking for is morbid. It makes them a little more morbider. So I honestly, I wouldn't have even seen the similarities just because the palettes are so different, but I see them now. I see the similarities now that you pointed it out. I do think there's a pink to green shifter in it, and it's actually different than any pink to green shifter. How do they do that? And then this is like kind of a bluey green, whereas the shifty green in this is more like it's more like a green to glowy green. So this is like and actually I can see a hint of fucking pink in it. I swear to God, there's a hint of pink in even the green. And this one's like a green to, it's like a golden green to a teal bluey green. But I swear to you right there, there's a hint of pink in it. I can see it. Bigger than shit. So I would say I see the similarities in the color stories, but I would say no, they're different. We need to know what is. See, all you guys can see is pink, and that's a straight up green. What the fuck, dude? See what I mean? See what I mean about these fucking guys? So anyways, this look makes me excited. I actually want to go somewhere, but I won't. So anyway, this is like my new thing, the fucking, you know, that's an old thing. I'm just now getting into it. I just got the memo. Anyways, that's all there is. You can use my code LOSSED15 to save 15% on this and any other Notoriously Morbid. And also, oh, the other thing I wanted to say was I Googled life and death so that I could do a TikTok. And you know what came up is there's a new Twilight book, and it's called Life and Death. And it's like the revised view of the story. And I think that what the difference is that the vampire's a girl and the human is a boy. I'm not positive. I just like skimmed over some Google searches. But, and it had a picture of a red apple and a green apple. And I wonder if that's not maybe some of the inspo. So yeah, I don't know if it is or not, but I feel like this could be a little vampy. Plus it's got a fucking skull on the front. I mean, it's one of those ones where if I was going to depot a bunch of my Notoriously Morbid shadows, there's like a few palettes, 9 pans, that I would not depot because I love the covers and I just love the aesthetic of it. This is definitely one that I would not depot. It's fucking cool. And I love the color story, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with that green, but I bet you anything that pink blends out with that green. Or like the green blends out with the pink. I bet you anything. I bet you anything you can deepen that pink with that green. But I didn't want to try it because I wanted to do this. So anyways, that's all there is. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality and my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you're like, oh my god, she's so pretty until she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later. Slayer.